Hi, Steve Hackney here, co-founder of the Academy for Growth, creators of arguably the most successful sales and marketing program for accounting firms, with hundreds of firms all over the world successfully building their firms using the program. What we're talking about today is the 12 essentials of growing your accounting firm and how to acquire more clients at the right fee. Now, way back in part one, I introduced you to an unseemly character that we call Slasher. And Slasher is one or more of your competitors that is quite happy to slash fees, reduce fees. And a number of the 12 essentials help to eliminate and get rid of this guy. And Moments of Truth is another one of those that if you apply it, it will help to eradicate this nasty chap from the competition. So what is Moments of Truth then? Well, Moments of Truth is a phrase coined by a guy called Jan Carlson. And Jan Carlson was appointed to be CEO of Scandinavian Airlines, SAS Airlines, way back in the early 80s. And at the time, he was appointed because SAS Airlines were losing literally thousands and thousands of customers every single week. And they brought Carlson into the organisation because he had a reputation for helping aviation companies and helping them get out of trouble. And like any good CEO, the first thing he did was he knew that they were losing thousands of customers every week. So he looked at all the customer-facing elements of the business. So he looked at check-in, he looked at baggage handling, looked at their order process. Now, way back in the early 80s, there wasn't email and the internet as we have it today. So the order processing would have been through the mail or by telephone or by fax. He looked at what the stewardesses were saying, he looked at what the pilots were saying. And actually, within a couple of days, he realised very quickly why they were losing thousands of customers. Because what was happening, instead of making customers feel good about the business, all those interactions, those moments of truth, were actually really, really annoying people. And instead of them thinking, what a great airline SAS is, they were thinking, I'm never flying with these guys again. So what he did was, he got all the heads of department together. He brought them all in this big room, and he had all these big pieces of paper for each head. And he said to each of them, he said, look, what I want you to do is go back with your teams, and I want you to write down in chronological order all the points of contact that we have with our customers. And I want you to then come back. So they went away, they came back, he said, great. Now what I want you to do is take each point of contact and I want you to isolate it, and I want you to create a mini system around that point of contact. So every interaction we have at that point with every single customer, they leave thinking, wow, what a great business SAS is. So they went away, they created these mini systems on each point of contact, they implemented them all, and to cut long story short, it literally transformed the airline. And Carlson wrote a book in 1985 called Moments of Truth, which really describes the process and how to do this for any organisation. Now, bearing in mind that was written in 1985, that's decades ago. Now, I do a lot of speaking all over the world, and I always talk about Moments of Truth, and very, very few people understand the concept or have ever even heard of it. But it's a massively powerful strategy for you to use in your firm. And our members all across the world use Moments of Truth to really differentiate themselves from the competition, but more importantly, to help generate more clients more quickly than their competition. Let me show you really what it's all about. So if we look at the diagram here, you've got this red dot here is a contact. That's a point of contact. Now, a point of contact can be an email, a letter, a meeting, whatever it may be, any way in which you contact a prospective client, in this case, or a client. But we're looking here at prospective clients, aren't we? This here is the desire or the satisfaction. And what Carlson saw is at each point of contact, what was happening was this. And at this point here, this negative satisfaction was creating lost customers in their thousands, okay? But anywhere below this line is bad, okay? So what you have to make sure is for each moment of truth, each point of contact, is it's above this line. And we have the line across here, the dotted line is what we call harmony, so it's neither good nor bad. Anything above this is where you want to be. And obviously at this point here, that's a wow experience. Okay. Now, all you have to do is make sure that each point of contact, and remember what we talked about in the last part of this series was having a sales conversion system with at least 7 points of contact. Okay. Each point of contact you need to make sure is above this line, and the more wows you get, the more impressive your organisation is going to look to that potential client. It's that simple. I made it sound simple because it really is simple. If all you do is isolate your points of contact and think, right, how can we make that a really powerful wow experience for our potential clients and our existing clients, it will transform your organisation. That's it for now. Please remember to share, like and write a comment about the video, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you subscribe to our free 10-part video training course on how to quickly grow your accounting firm. You can do this simply by clicking on one of the links below in the description. Thanks again.